What's poppin', what's goody? You're listening to By Any Means with your boy Zico Dan alongside my co-host Jumoke, CC Poetry, aka CC, and as I call her, Richie.
By Any Means podcast. Yo, welcome back to By Any Means.
Yes, welcome back. Thank you for the likes, the comments, the follows, the views. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Continue doing the same and continue sharing, liking, commenting.
We appreciate your support, man. We appreciate it.
We really do. And again, once again, unfortunately, we are man down. So Zico Don is unable to be here today. Mm-hmm. But like last time, what we're going to do is continue with By Any Means.
Yes.
So here we are again, bringing you another show. So, CC Poetry. So what I'm going to do is bring out the big guns here. This topic has been swirling around for some time now, but it's kind of come back again, and I saw it on social media and I thought it will be a good topic to speak about. And I want to hear from the masses, from yourself, in regards to what you think. The topic and the debate currently is if British actors are taking roles away from the African American actors. So Idris Elba has recently weighed in on this.
Yeah.
And for the most part, he basically said it's acting. There's no culture appropriation in regards to this.
It's true. If you can act the part, why not? If you're good at what you do, you will be cast. It's as simple as that.
Right.
And at the end of the day, we're all black people. So what is
let me come back a sec, sorry, before you jump on. I want to tell you what he said in case I just want to tell you what he said.
Yeah.
So he goes, you know what I've noticed? You said black women in America versus English women. The 49-year-old continued. Like, being English makes you less black. Mm-hmm. To me, that defines how unintelligent the argument is. No disrespect to anyone who has that feeling, but it is what it is. Mm-hmm. He also added, the fact is, we're all black.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get a Scottish actor playing an Irish actor or an English actor. You don't hear about a debate. But amongst ourselves, meaning black people, we want to point fingers because we come from a conditioning that makes people just make sure where you're from and are you authentic from where you're from. Mm-hmm. So that's basically what he said.
And we don't actually say anything when they've got Americans trying to be Jamaican and like how Stella got her groove back. Like, I love you, Tay Diggs. I love you, but that
I thought you were gonna refer to Cool Runnings, to be honest. Like when you said Jamaican, I was like, the accents are not there. They tried. And then when I Cool Runnings, like back then, Cool Runnings, when I watched it when I was younger, I was like, whoa, what is this? But now I watch it when I'm older, I'm like, what the is this? Like, y'all really thought this was something? Yeah, man. Sanka, you dead? Yeah, man. Like, what?
I mean, yeah, I'll give it to them because they tried, and yeah, obviously that film still made millions, didn't it?
It made millions, but in regards to that, they needed more practicing in regards to accents.
They needed to go to Jamaica and actually study the country and the accent.
All they just had to do was get someone to come in and just practice with. I mean, you're an actor, that's what you do. You go and you grind, you go and be in that world and figure out how to sound right, look the part. And I think that's what Idris is saying as well. Like, y'all talking about British actors, again, we're black, majority of us, okay, I'm not even gonna go there, but we're black. And what we do, we learn. You know, we can, like, there's so many actors right now that are in America. You will never know they're British because they're great at the accent. Yeah. It's not hard. And they can do other accents too because they put in the work. So therefore they can actually do the part and become that role.
Yeah.
So, as Serena said, if there's going to be 30 people going up for the audition, they're going to pick which one's more authentic, which one's authentic to the part. Mm-hmm. Some directors and producers know who they want to play for certain roles because they have it in mind.
They have an idea of
they have it in mind. I understand.
But sometimes it changes when they see someone else come to an audition and put their all into it.
Yeah, because for Baby Boy, they didn't have Tyrese. It was going to be Tupac for Baby Boy.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's other roles that were kind of designed for people, and then it changed depending on certain outcomes. Mm-hmm. So,
because even vulture.com, it says, in a Hot 97 interview last month, Samuel L. Jackson reflected on how different Get Out would have been if the lead role was played by an American actor. He actually thinks that it would have been a lot more better, more money would have come in, there wouldn't be so much horror like issues, he says. He says, I tend to wonder what that movie would have been like with an American brother who really feels that. This is exact words.
So really feels what?
Like, really, like, gets himself into that role rather than... So he thinks it would have been better if an American actor played Get Out rather than the British
I hear that, but feels what? Feels like y'all... Because the whole slavery aspect? Like, what do you mean? What does he mean by that? I would like to know what he means by that.
Because he feels as if, like, the British, like us British...
Black British.
Yeah. Don't can't connect with certain racial issues.
Sorry, we're black, so what's there up to connect about? We're black and we live in a white country. Ta-da! Like, what more do you want from us? If he were to say, okay, we can't connect to the obviously the whole conditioning that they've been through in regards to slavery, that's one thing. But we're black.
But then, because of, I would say that none of us, unless you are of a certain age, you're not really going to understand 100% about the condition of slavery.
No. I disagree with that. It's in their society. They know. Even the new people, any next generation will know, will feel it, will know. You can tell.
Yeah, but you could talk about like the police brutality and all that sort of stuff. But then you're not.
No, they can tell. Trust me, you can tell. There's a difference between Black Americans, or they call themselves African Americans. We just call you black because you're all black to us, innit? And Black British. We do define ourselves individually. Like we'll say where our parents are from or grandparents are from, but there is a big difference. You can tell there's a big difference in culture, between the mentality. Is very, very different, and that's because of obviously they've been hundreds of years of the conditioning of the government, the slavery, and so forth. So yeah, it's not the same, because we are like, well, I'm first generation British. You're second. Yeah, there's not that many black people in the UK that are like fourth, fifth, sixth generation. Do you know what I mean? If you guys understand what I'm trying to say. So we're more connected to our culture or the origins of where we're from because of that. And we're told you are this and that and things to hand down to us. They don't have that. They don't have that at all. They have to, yeah. So I don't agree with that part, sorry. But again, back to the whole acting part though. For the thing is that a lot of Americans don't realise it's very, very difficult in this country for black people to strive and to go further because of the racism, because of the society, because of a lot of things. Very hard. And obviously in regards to America, where you have a lot of black actors and you know, you've been welcomed and there's events specifically for you. Not really specifically for you, so that's wrong, because they're not for black people at all. We see that. But what I'm trying to say is that's the reason why a lot of people go to America, black actors, because they get to a certain point here and they can't go further.
Yeah,
and I think Idris said that as well.
There is more opportunity out in America than there is over
there. There is for acting. There is. So if that's the case,
for actors, for singers, anyone in that sort of industry,
they should be embraced by other black people, by other African Americans. We are all. What's that phrase again? We're all the same, apart from a boat stop away or something. What's that thing again? Something along them lines. There's some phrase in regards to that.
What I've never understood, and this goes for in any country really, like when a black person is striving, others will do that. Well, they're not embracing it. So it's like you see someone with a flashy car and you're like, they must have teeth it, something like where they get the money from. Like nobody actually puts something positive on when they see another person. Do you know where that's from?
That's from the powers that be that divide and conquer us. We're already divided and conquered, right? And there's still division there. Yeah. We need to come together, seriously. It's ridiculous.
They're playing into it. That's what they're doing. They're playing into it. They're making others happy for seeing us not connected. Because there's other nationalities and cultures that will stick together and do more for their own. Like go to their shops, do this, do that, to see others strive in their community. But we don't.
With that being said, it would be nice to know whether or not within like Bollywood, I would like to know whether or not they have the same sense, because I'm sure there's a lot of Indian or Asian actors that go into Bollywood from the UK. I would like to know whether or not they have that sense as well, or why are you giving it to them or whatever. If they like, that would be good to find out. And even with Nollywood, which if you don't know what Nollywood is, it's the African or West African version of Hollywood, where again you'll see some people from the UK who were born in the UK will maybe go back to Africa or certain parts and go and act. So I'd like to see if they will be the same in regards to like, oh, you shouldn't be giving it to them, like all that nonsense. And I'm saying it's nonsense because it is. Yeah, that's how I feel. I'm sorry. When American actors come here, do we say, oh my gosh, you're giving it to an American actor? No. No, but it's true what Idris is saying. Do you see with, let's put it out there, do you see with white people, do you see them saying, oh my gosh, it didn't go to a Scottish person or whatever, or Irish person with the Scottish?
They might say it, we just haven't heard.
But I would like to know. I would like to know from different cultures, different races as well, when it comes to film, television, if they feel or have the same mentality as the African Americans. It'd be interesting to know.
Yeah, so if any of you have some sort of like view on this, just comment down below and let us know what you think.
And share it as well, because I like to hear from the wider audience, because this is an ongoing thing, unfortunately, for Black, British, and African Americans.
Because they have been talking about it for years. It's only now that it's really like surfacing.
It's unfortunate that we can't just come together. But you know, if two people go for the role, they just pick the better one. That's how it should be, right? That's fair. It's not our fault to do great accents, is it?
It might be their way of coping with rejection, like we spoke about before.
It's not our fault to do great accents, though. It's really not. It's really not. Yeah, it's just not our fault. It's so funny when they see certain actors and they're like, oh my gosh, he's British. I didn't know he was British. He's acting so good. I'm like, well, that's how it is. We got some skills up in here. That's how we do. And also, you know what? We've been infiltrated by so many American movies from the dawn of day. So it is kind of a lot easier as well, because that's what we always used to see was growing up American movies.
Yeah.
It's only like in the last few decades that we've been seeing different culture movies from Hollywood, from Nollywood, from Bollywood.
Yeah.
You know, different kind of representation. But yeah, and Hollywood's been took over, innit? So it's about time. Yeah. Get some diversity in there, guys. It's good for you.
Yeah, that was a dream of mine once, but I never went through with it.
Well, it's called Hollyweird, so you may have like yeah. So, do you have a poem for us or anything? Even if you don't, I'm sure you can create one on the spot. Shall we do this on the spot? Is that laugh says no?
No.
She said no. Not doing it on the spot. She knows she can though. You know, a little bit of pressure. Put some pressure.
I possibly could, but yeah.
Not today. Another time.
My brain's not
maybe
quite
when we go maybe when we go on live, guys, we're gonna go on live at some point. We're not sure when, but we'll go on live at some point. So when you do see it come up, feel free to join in on live on Instagram.
Alright, I'll do this one. Go on. Step on her. She won't tell you no. Lay her down. Make her feel the firm print of your insoles. Stamp on her with your Nike, your Adidas, your Jordans and Vans. She brought this on herself. She is raising both her hands. Kick a girl while she's down, or stab her in the back. She's aware of what's progressing, no need for the sudden attack. She's a doormat, a carpet, a cushion, something soft. Move on to something else now, rechannel your focus. Move that energy someplace else, she has taken enough. Release her from this curse. Pay no attention to added pressure. Stand on your own 2 feet. Keep your back against the wall. Stop trusting everyone you meet. It's okay to be kind, forgiving and fair. It's okay to be merciful. Keep them in your prayers. Keep your eyes vigilant. Keep your mind clear. You cannot trust the first person who claims that they'll be there. The smiles, a polite conversation can lead to anger and devastation. Some people are slimy like snakes, disrupting your world like earthquakes. Sorry, I started losing my voice there.
She'll get really into it. That's what happened. We get really into something. Okay. It's not really about Hollywood and stuff like that, but it's all good. We don't have to like do a poem that is specifically on the topic, so we can veer off sometime. That's fine.
Well, you know, you took my role, so stamp on that. No, joking.
That's what we shouldn't do. We shouldn't do that. We should come together. We are one people. Yeah, we shouldn't. We should like, you know, build each other up. You know, at the end of the day,
support one another.
Yeah, we're looked down on by so much different cultures and different races. We need to come together more, honestly.
No.
Honestly.
Definitely not.
But it'd be nice to hear from more Americans to see what their thoughts are. Mm-hmm. Whether or not they agree with what we're saying or not.
Start a little debate of our own.
Yeah, it'll be good. Be nice to hear from the Canadians too. What do you think? What's your thoughts too? You know.
Well, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for your support, for liking, sharing,
and commenting.
Yep. And you can visit us on byanymeans.theofficialpodcast.
Or if you want to visit us individually to like, share and comment, my page is the one and only _Jumoke1.
And mine is ccpoetry_writing content.
And we also have Zikodan. Tag will be below also. So thank you very much everyone for joining us, for listening, for commenting, for just being part of our journey. We appreciate you. Continue doing what you do, and we'll continue doing what we do, because you know we are by any means. Okay. And you know why? Because we have the vibes. There you go. Yep. And we'll see you soon on next topic and next podcast of By Any Means.
Bye.
What's goody, what's poppin'? This has been By Any Means. You've been listening with Zico Dan, Jumoke, CC Poetry, aka CC, and as I call her, Richie. We out.
We out, people.